My anxiety was so bad yesterday, I genuinely thought I was gonna pass away. So let's do a weekend debrief. If you've been following along, you might know that I've been trying to minimize my drinking, but it's really difficult when you're single in your 30s and you live in Tampa. Friday night, I got caught up editing videos, but I had all intentions of watching a movie and going to bed early. I have a roommate who has a boyfriend that does not live in Tampa, so she doesn't really spend a lot of her weekends here, and she just so happened to surprise me by staying in town all weekend. So Friday night, she came into my room and she was like, well, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, I really don't have any plans. What are you doing? She was like, her and her boyfriend were gonna go grab dinner and then some drinks with her boyfriend's friend, who's also one of my friends, which means I just couldn't say no, and I had to go get drinks with them. I was pretty tame and proud of myself for the most part. We just stayed out until 2 a.m. So I didn't go to bed until about 3, and that resulted in me being extremely tired Saturday morning when I had to get up at 8 a.m. to go to my best friend's baby's 2nd birthday party in Lakeland. I also then had to show houses for the rest of the afternoon, which means I was extremely tired for the Saturday night that I saved myself for all week. That was going to be my one and only night that I was going to drink, because my friend Taylor and my new friend Jenna wanted to grab dinner and just have a night. I then had to come home and drink 2 extra cups of coffee and rally, essentially. We ended up going to Tory Bar, where I had 2 very strong cocktails, and then decided to do Sunset Rodeo after, which is not usually my favorite, but we've been going there a lot lately. We recently became friends with a bunch of guys that play rugby in Tampa, and they had a game, so they decided to meet us at Sunset Rodeo after their game, and they ended up getting a table. So for us, that was just kind of the ideal situation. Ended up kind of hitting it off with one of the guys that plays rugby. He was giving very northern vibes, very much so my type. He was really sweet. So I don't think I went to bed until 4 a.m. Saturday night. I think we finally got back to my friend Taylor's, ordered some pizza and passed out. But I had an entire productive Sunday plan of going to church, food shopping, meal prepping, going to the gym, and then actually even trying out that Embers and Ice place, because I've been wanting to do a cold plunge sauna situation. And because I was so hungover Sunday morning, my entire day got derailed. I will say this man that I hit it off with on Saturday night was very, very sweet. He offered to pick me up Sunday morning and take me to church. We attempted to, but we ended up being super late, and I was like, you know what, let's maybe just grab some lunch. Ultimately, I don't know that it's gonna be a good fit, but I will say it was nice to finally meet someone who wasn't only my age, but a little bit older, because I feel every time I go out in Tampa, I run into boys that are 24, 25, and I love them. But at 32, we're just in different stages of life. So I think the reason my anxiety was so bad yesterday, and honestly is still continued to this morning a little bit, is just because now when I drink in my 30s, truly I have to reserve the next day to being a piece of shit, because I really didn't get anything productive done yesterday, which did not set me up for success today.